Hello, I'm Nicola Davies. Welcome to my studio in West Wales, where it's jolly chilly this morning. That's why I've got a scarf and a headband on. I'm going to read you this book, The Day War Came, which I wrote and which Rebecca Cobb illustrated. So she did the lovely pictures. This little girl is the narrator of the story, so she's the voice that talks to you through the words. The very first page is this. It's a picture of empty chairs. And you'll see why that is as we go along in the story. And at the very front, there's another empty chair and a message underneath from me and Rebecca, which says, "This book is dedicated to children who are lost and alone and to those who help them." So this is where the story starts. Here's a picture of the little girl, and she's at her breakfast table with her mum. And on the other side of the picture, you can see her dad and her little baby brother. And she says, "The day war came, there were flowers on the windowsill, and my father sang my baby brother back to sleep. My mother made my breakfast, kissed my nose, and walked with me to school. That morning, I learned all about volcanoes. I sang a song about how tadpoles turn at last to frogs. I drew a picture of a bird. Then, just after lunch, war came. At first, just like a spattering of hail, a voice of thunder, and then all smoke and fire and noise that I didn't understand. It came across the playground. It came into my teacher's face. It brought the roof down and turned my town to rubble. I can't say the words that tell you about the blackened hole that had been my home. All I can say is this: war took everything. War took everyone. I was ragged, bloody, all alone. I ran. I walked over fields and roads and mountains in the cold and mud and rain. I rode on the backs of trucks, in buses, went on a boat that leaked and almost sank, then up a beach where shoes lay empty in the sand. I ran until I couldn't run, until I reached a row of huts and found a corner with a dirty blanket and a door that rattled in the wind. But war had followed me. It was underneath my skin, behind my eyes, and in my dreams. It had taken possession of my heart. I walked and walked, to try and drive war out of myself, to try and find a place it hadn't reached. But war was in the way that doors shut when I came down the street. It was in the way that people didn't smile and turned away. I came to a school. I looked in through the window. They were learning about volcanoes, singing and drawing birds. I went inside. My footsteps echoed in the hall. I pushed the door and faces turned towards me. But the teacher didn't smile. She said, "There is no room for you, you see? There is no chair for you to sit on. You have to go away." And then I understood. That war had got here too. I turned around and went back to the hut, the corner and the blanket, and I crawled inside. It seemed that war had taken all the world and all the people in it. The door banged. I thought it was the wind, but a child's voice spoke. "I brought you this," he said, "so you can come to school." It was a chair for me to sit on and learn about volcanoes, sing and draw birds and drive the war out of my heart. He smiled and said, "My friends have brought theirs too, so all the children here can come to school." Out of every hut a child came, and we walked together on a road all lined with chairs, pushing back the war with every step. And the very last picture in the book is this. All those empty chairs that you saw at the front are symbols of welcome and sympathy and understanding. And here they are, filled with children, learning, reading, thinking, dreaming. Children who are welcomed and who are loved in spite of all they've been through. I hope you enjoy this story. I hope you read it, and I hope it helps you to understand some of the terrible things that are going on in the world, but also how important it is to welcome people and to remember to love and to care and always to be kind. Thank you.